This is from someone who's been in the self improvement journey for 2 years. And I can say that most people approach self improvement wrongly. How can I know that? Because I'm guilty of that myself. So let's get back to the foundation. What does self improvement mean? My personal understanding, or like how I feel it, is that it is when you constantly face discomfort of your life. You face discomfort will lead to you taking action, and you taking action equal to change. Change equal to improvement. But the goal is to find areas of your life that you want to improve, and through actions you will improve. But is that the goal, or there's bigger goal than that? And when I start thinking about it that way, yes, there's an ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is that you feel good after you are better. Then I start to wonder, how am I approaching self-improvement? Is there things that I can improve? Because if you think about it, self-improvement is an endless journey. You can always be better. If you're in this journey, you probably go to the gym, and you probably heard about the term body dysmorphia, where you're never satisfied with your current physique. What if we use the same lens, the feeling of never feeling content or satisfied, you put that into self-improvement? You're never satisfied. So you always feel guilty, you always feel anxious, you always feel like shit. And is that what it takes to go on this journey? So after I start thinking about that, I start to think, how can I change that? Because if you think about it, if you constantly feel like shit, even though if you're improving, you're no better than people who remain the same but they feel good. Yes, from outside, from the bigger picture, you are better, quote unquote better, but internally you're not better. You're no better than them. At least they feel good. You don't. And because this is an endless game, so what? You never feel good, and your life will just be filled of negativity and you feeling like shit. So after thinking it that way, I changed my perspective, and in my opinion, the true definition of self-improvement, it is when you feel good about improving. You actually feel good and you enjoy every single moment of working and improving and just quote unquote get better in general. Don't get me wrong though, the initial friction of self-improvement is normally filled by negativity. I would say 95% of people take this seriously after a certain fuck this shit event, or like fuck my life event. It is that push you to start this thing, to start taking it seriously. May it be the girl that you had a crush on never acknowledged you, or the shitty job you want to quit, and yeah, all this like negativity. Yes, but what I'm saying is that this doesn't has to last forever. You can learn to enjoy the thing that you do, find meaning in the thing that you do. How? That is by putting more purpose, like approach it from like a different perspective, and try to find a purpose that align with you, with the work that you do, or like you improving can blank 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 dot can lead to your vision. Like find a vision and purpose that is tied with the thing that you do, so you know that you are doing this for the bigger picture, not just a plain one dimensional to be better. So one example is that reading book. I have only started enjoying or like feel good about reading book recently, because I changed my perspective to, previously I approach it as like, damn, the content is so boring, but I need to learn. I want to get better, so I have to read. I have to read. But then I try to change the perspective of how I start to wonder, how do I feel good about reading book? Then there's two things that make me see reading book differently. One is that this is the only source of knowledge that I can get to learn about all these things. Yes, you can learn it through social media, but let's just be honest, it is more of a distraction than a learning process. So I start to feel it as like, okay, this is the only way to learn. Because as someone who enjoy learning, if this is the only way, then I can only learn from this. And then the second perspective is that I hold up. I kind of forget what I wrote. Oh, I also add like some habits that I enjoy doing. So for example, I enjoy drinking coffee. So I drink coffee while I read book. You can find things that you enjoy doing and tie it with the work or like something that you used to find boring. And then in a way you can learn to enjoy it more. And then I also like to read book while listening to like some background noises like charcoal noises or like water flowing noises to keep me in peace, calm. And through these two lenses and shifting my focus, right now I can sit down and read for quite some time, like 1 hour to 2 hours. Yes, it's still not a lot, but I used I couldn't read one paragraph last time. It takes a lot of effort and energy just to read one paragraph last time. But then now reading is something that I just do because I like. And there's so many things that you can think about, like why don't you like doing a certain thing before? Is it because the thing that you do is something that you just don't like? For example, another reading example is that I finished reading The Way of the Superman in 1 week and a half. Is it 1 week and a half? No, I think it's like 1 week. In the midst of busy semester and everything. Why? Because the topic is really interesting to me. But for example, How to Win Friends and Influence People, it actually took me quite some time to finish reading the book. It's not that the content is not interesting. It's just that I feel like the way of the writing is not really intriguing for me. That's why it takes longer time. And yeah, maybe back then when I read that book, I didn't really feel that good. I can honestly say that. But maybe if I read it now, it might change. So what I'm trying to say is that like you can always shift your focus and use it to apply to your self-improvement journey, because if you don't feel good now, you will never enjoy life. Life only happens once. Day by day, it is day getting erased from your life, your time in this earth. So if you don't feel good now, when are you gonna enjoy? I feel like this is the same perspective of like how most rich people say that if you're not happy or if you're not content when you are broke, then you will not feel happy or content even though if you have all the money in the world. Sometimes all it takes is just the change of focus and learn that it is okay to feel good now. You don't need to get a six pack to feel good. You don't need to earn $100,000 per month to feel good. You can just feel good now. Find purpose. Find something that is bigger than materialistic. So find something that is bigger than like physical goal. This is more to like the spiritual perspective, and it actually helps about like feeling good. So this will be quite of a short video. I made this video because I feel like most people approach self-improvement wrongly. I'm guilty of that myself. And yeah, let me repeat my definition again. The true definition is when you can feel good about improving and doing the work. That is when you is in the right path. So I hope this video helps. You can learn to find yourself, find a balance of patting yourself in the back and putting your head down to work. I am not the best at that yet, but there's definitely been an improvement. I used to only put my head down to work and I don't feel good. But now with the feeling good idea or like perspective, I get more work done too. Like the quality of work that I get done is also way better than when I don't feel good. So yeah, this is how I approach it. I hope that this helps. This certainly helps for me, shifting the focus and the and the perspective. And yeah, I hope this video helps. Enjoy the process. Peace.